You see, last week, I was tested on my decision on tagging with my brother to see when we are going to be the tag team champions in HWA. But the one thing I learned last week is that my brother and I were not ready to face foreign intelligence for the tag team champions. So I asked, the only reason why I asked Jackson Breeze to see if we can get a couple matches under our belts, because I want to be in sync 125% with my brother Dave to make sure that each and every one of you fans get what you deserve and what you pay for. So, we're going to get a couple matches under our belts, and then we are going to become the HWA Tag Team Champions.
Well, kicking things off here this week, Crazy J and Lotus in tag team competition. I should say the former Crazy J and Lotus. Now,
the Crist brothers.
The Crist brothers,
Jake
indeed.
And
the Irish Airborne. And it's going to be Dave, Chris, and
you got this, man.
Jason Havoc kicking this one off, this tag team match. Kicking off Adrenaline from ringside, Chris Curtis and Hooks with you. And I got to say, the Crist brothers shown a great deal of maturity in that decision that they made.
I was getting ready to say the same thing. I think a wise move. At first, the crowd not sure about it, but if you think about it, I mean, these guys have been feuding with each other and haven't actually tagged up together for a great deal of time, and I think it's a good idea for them to get back in sync, back in step with each other before going for those tag titles. You don't want to waste that opportunity to get the championship match.
Absolutely not, especially when you consider how badly Patrick Black and Foreign Intelligence have been trying to do whatever they can to prevent this match from happening. They know this could be their one and only shot because Patrick Black is going to all sorts of crazy extremes to try to stop this match from happening.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that even if they hadn't been given this shot that Crazy J earned at Cyber Clash, these guys could have worked their way up to that level. But when you're handed a free ticket, take it anytime you want to be 100% ready when you take that opportunity.
Absolutely, and Dave Chris now with the head scissors. Big Jason Havoc. And if you watch the special extended edition of Adrenaline last week, online at AdrenalineNationTV.com, you saw the debut of Havoc and Cannon, and I'll tell you what, they were quite impressive, and I'm kind of glad to see them back here this week.
They held their own there against some of the best HWA's ever offered, ended up on the losing side of things, but still made an impressive debut. And so far this week, they're going to try and do the same thing. I'm with you. I'm glad to see these guys back.
I think this is the first time since my tenure with this company that the tag team division has really been so heated. You've got the brothers, Chris, the Irish Airborne. You've got this new team of Cannon Havoc, TJ Dalton and Nigel McGinnis, the GP Code, Alan Wassilish and Aaron Williams, Brad Smith and Ganger. I mean, teams are coming out of the woodwork.
You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a tag team in this company.
Absolutely not. I imagine where you live, there's a lot of dead cats to swing, but we've got Jake Crist now in there with TJ Cannon. This Cannon may not be the biggest guy on the roster, but he is really put together in tremendous condition.
We saw on that extended version of Adrenaline last week, this guy can take a beat.
It's good to see his head has been reattached to his body. Oh! And Jay's head almost left his body. And then a boot to the spine. Big Jason Havoc tagged back in. And referee Tom Peepers losing control here.
And Jake Crist trapped in that corner. Not the corner he wants to be trapped in.
Peepers asking for a clean break. The tag has been made. Cannon, now the legal man in the ring.
And they're just smothering Jake Crist in that corner.
Jake, oh! Oh, and look at that. I mean, it's quite obvious, Hooks. I mean, Cannon and Havoc may be new to the HWA, but these guys are showing some tag team continuity. They have been up and down the roads of professional wrestling together. That is quite obvious. And oh!
And once again, Cannon almost loses his head.
Maybe it's that mop top haircut that just attracts violence. And sent in. Look at that, these guys looking like the tag team specialists they were known for being prior to that bitter breakup. And
this is the crazy Jake, I'm sorry, the Jake and Dave that we've come to know and love and remember. These guys starting things fresh, starting things anew.
Snap mare by Kent. Oh. Oh! Cannon, that sounded like a cannon as he kicked Dave right in the spine, and oh, in comes Havoc again.
Raking his eyes right across that top rope, and I'm not sure, but I'm thinking, I think Havoc might be bleeding somewhere.
Well, would not surprise me. This has been a hard-hitting match.
Been a lot of leather being thrown out there.
I actually think the blood may be that of Jake Crist. It looks like he may be bleeding from the mouth. Oh, and they got the big man.
And that's one hell of a display of power from the Irish Airborne.
And true to form, they strike from the sky. 1, 2. Oh.
These guys look better than ever, and by the time they get themselves what they consider 100%, foreign intelligence better be ready.
And you got to know that foreign intelligence is watching this in the locker room along with Patrick Black and Kara Kildare, I'm sure. And I'll tell you what, we've talked about it before. Oh, cross body by Jake. Dave tagged back in. We talked about it. You could tell just how threatened foreign intelligence is by the Irish Airborne due to all the shenanigans they're pulling to try to get out of this matchup. And what is this now? Cannon. We saw this last week. And for you people watching us on America One, you are seeing this for the first time. Oh! Well, maybe you're not going to see it because Jake making sure that did not happen. And now, top rope Hurricanrana brings the big man down to the mat.
And Cannon and Havoc came in here wanting to prove something against the legendary tag team here, but somebody forgot to tell them that the Irish Airborne are the tag team specialists.
Havoc needs to get out of the ring. He is not legal. And Peepers. Peepers really having a tough time here this week on our opening match here on Adrenaline. And as always, we thank you for inviting us into your home, making us a part of your weekend. Oh!
Oh, Dave Crist blocks it, throws in some knife-edge chops of his own, just lighting up Havoc.
And again, for two teams that are meeting for the first time, you would think they were longtime rivals. The way they're going at it. Havoc with a, count of 2. Cannon back in. Suplex. Snaps Dave Crist over. Goes for the cover. 2. No tag was made.
Well, Havoc and Cannon have had a blatant disregard here for the rules this entire match. Right now, no different.
I think they realize they're going to have to pull out everything, even if it means a few dirty tricks in order to beat the Irish Airborne. Oh! Sternum first into the buckle. Backs up into the waiting Dave Crist. Dave sent in, ducks the clothesline. Oh, but he hit one of his own.
Tag is made. Jake Crist in. Throwing clotheslines, taking out everything that moves.
And Jake sends Cannon in. Big back body drop. What is Havoc?
Where's Havoc going?
He's going to the top and oh! Dave makes sure this is
And Havoc may have been taken out of commission for a while now. He might be here on the apron for the rest of the evening.
And this could now be a 2-on-1 match, and that is not good if you're TJ Cannon, and neither is that. Oh my, oh!
Are you kidding me? What the hell is Patrick Black doing out here?
Patrick Black, the manager of the HWA. Wait a minute, hooks. Allah Hussein. Allah Hussein is in the ring. Come on, referee Tom Papers, turn around. What is he?
The damn wacky Iraqi's in the ring. And he just dropped Dave Crist. Havoc going to the top.
Oh no, oh my.
Big splash from a big man.
No, Papers, no, don't do it. Oh.
What an upset to open up Adrenaline this week with a little help from Patrick Black and Allah Hussein. I can't believe what I just saw.
An upset to kick things off, and we'll have more Adrenaline right after this.